Welcome to Ninon Speaks. I'm Ninon de Rosa, and I have an incredible guest with me. I have Joe. I'm going to probably butcher up his
Chavira.
name, but I'm going to try Chavira.
Chavira, there you go. Perfect.
Chavira, Joe Chavira. Now, Joe Chavira is actually an up-and-coming, I don't want to say Frank Sinatra, but it kind of is, because he's kind of floated through this arena. Joe, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. Great to be on your show.
Oh, it's great to have you. I mean, you are a celebrity on your own, never mind taking over Frank Sinatra, but there is no more Frank Sinatras around. So we now have Joe.
Hey, there you go. Joe-Mania.
Oh, we're going to have, hey, all this mania stuff is going around. So now we've got Joe-Mania. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Hey, Joe, what are you doing in Vegas? You don't live in Vegas. What are you doing here?
Entertaining the whole public and getting endorsed by Mayor Carolyn Goodman. She endorsed me in a very well produced video, and which I worked with Trini Lopez and Trini and Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. This was basically their stomping grounds to perform. So Trini.
But that was years ago, Joe. So you're kind of you're the newcomer along here. I love it. Going to see.
Yeah, well, I just started releasing all my own stuff. I have like an album out, over 800 songs, and I love playing in Vegas. I'm here a lot and selling it out.
Now, why? I mean, I've heard of you a little bit, but I haven't heard of you as much as I should have heard of you, and I want to know why.
I guess you have to push Google search worldwide, and it'll go Joe.
Joe. All right.
It's all over the internet. Yeah, it's. I kind of went worldwide with Trini Lopez before he passed away, and then they discovered that I play every instrument, and I have over 800 songs, and so now I guess it's like my turn up to bat to hit a home run.
I guess they would turn around and say you were kind of ready. I mean, with all what you do. Now, you just said you play all the instruments. Now, there's quite a lot of instruments. So what do you play?
Well, I started off at 7 years old on the drums, and then I taught myself piano. My dad taught me drums, and then I taught myself piano, guitar, bass, keyboards. And the whole time that I was teaching myself to play the instrument, I did like a double formula. I was practicing my own vocals, and the best thing is writing and composing music, where there's lots of really talented musicians that it's shocking sometimes when I approach them after a gig and say, "You're fantastic. How many songs have you written?" I haven't written any, or a couple. So that's how I kind of just push myself, taught myself to play it and writing tons of songs.
Well, Joe, you know, the greatest thing that you can have is your own songs. I mean, you've got to have your own songs, because then they are yours. You're not kind of singing other people's songs. So what sort of songs or melodies do you go after? Where is your niche? Is it the R&B blue? Is it the old Sinatra, Dean Martin, and all that stuff? Where are you?
I would consider myself, my signature is my own style, but more like Elton John kind of stuff, Bruno Mars, Keith Urban. It jumps around from pop, ballads. I love singing ballads. Billy Joel and Elton John, and that's maybe me.
Oh, you know? See, now we're getting to who you are, because I think you know, we need your name up on the billboard driving down Vegas Boulevard. I mean, Joe-Mania. Can you imagine seeing that up there? Say, who's Mania? Joe-Mania? Who's that? And I think that would be amazing. But I think, you know, with our mayor of Las Vegas recognizing you, Goodman, Carolyn Goodman recognizing you, I think that's just amazing. How did you get hold of that? I mean, obviously for what you've done and what you have achieved, I would imagine. Yeah,
well, that's was a gold mine in itself, because with all the entertainment out here, Trini passed away. Trini Lopez worked with Sinatra. That's why I got branded into American history. On the cover of a Kind magazine, they put from Frank Sinatra to Trini Lopez to Joe-Mania. So I came out to perform a sold-out show honoring Trini on the day that he died, August 11th. And then the mayors heard my voice, her assistant Carolyn, I think it was, I don't know what her name was. She said, oh, she loves your singing. She saw your videos on YouTube, and she loves that you're carrying the legacy for Trini Lopez. So I thought I was going to get a piece of paper from the mayor's office saying, good luck, we love you, boom. But no, it was a video that she really was animated. Said, I want to introduce Joe Chavira, the next singing sensation, to the entertainment capital of the world. And I was like, thank you, thank you.
Now, through that, you've actually got yourself out there. You've got a tremendous amount of likes and people that have sort of gravitated to you. And you've become very, very popular.
Yeah, well, you know, the other magic too is before I met Trini, I live in the Santa Barbara area. And Oprah Winfrey, Jeff Bridges, Kenny Loggins, Olivia Newton-John, they have a celebrity show. Now, I got on there by accident, and they had no idea I could write 300, 400, 500 songs. So when I made a stand on there, they made me an ambassador along with Jeff Bridges. And then everybody then starts liking me, you know, because of that.
Well,
2015, yeah, I met Trini Lopez in 2015. And then we went basically worldwide because he has a huge fan base.
Yes.
And then when he passed away, it's me. So I got all the respect and love from around the world because of Trini. And now they're discovering my music.
Which is exactly what you want. But
yes,
you know, nothing happens by accident. I mean, you personally, and you don't sound like you want to say it, but you have the qualifications for it, which means that you have the voice and you have the presence. Because it's all very well going on a stage and singing, but it's going on a stage and owning it and singing. There's a whole completely different. There's so many people go out there on the stage and they're kind of, I don't want to say dead ducks, but they don't kind of have that oomph. And what makes somebody is stage presence as well as singing. And, you know, Frank Sinatra had it, Dean Martin had it. They all had it that are up there. And you now have it. So
no, thank you.
You do. And I haven't heard you yet. So, hey, come on, Ninon, come on, wake up. Why don't you play something for us? You've got the guitar there. You've got your voice. And here we go. What are you going to play for me?
I'll play a short bit of a song. I think a love song appeals to everybody, any age, everybody. Echo Sounds of Love, because we've all felt it, and a lot of us still have it, and some have lost it. So it goes. Echo voices of my love that's gone by. It seems our love died, I never realized. And now it calls me from the mountains in the sky. Echo sounds of love. I really do miss you. Echo sounds of love. I really do miss you. A time for thinking, not more than I need. And you're my lady, I need you close to me. There you go. Echo Sounds of Love.
Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. And you wrote that, so that's yours.
Yes. I favor playing my own stuff because I have so much material. And I write, like before Christmas, I wrote 14 new songs to pick which song I wanted to showcase this year. And I ended up with one called I Love Christmas Day. And I think I write because right by my fireplace, I have this black German Wurlitzer piano. And I got my guitars everywhere. So if I hear something on the radio, watch something on TV, I run right to the piano, the guitar, and start writing it. And my timing to write a song is about 25 minutes. Now, I heard Elton John say that years ago. If he can't write a full song in a short bit, he throws it away. And I didn't get it. Now I do. The verse, a chorus, and a bridge, 3 entities makes a song. And I do it like in 20, 25 minutes and write all the words in. And that's how I write a lot of songs. I love it.
Yeah, that's kind of like, you know, the beginning, the middle, and the end. you know, and everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And,
Right.
And if you're rolling, as I call it, I don't know if that's the right word to use, but if you're rolling, you're enthusiastic. Don't you find that when you start sort of putting these words together, they just sort of kind of come in and they kind of place themselves?
Yeah. The songs I've heard other artists say it, they write themselves, and they do.
Yeah.
Because when you start writing the first, like a wedding cake, the base, the next piece, the top, it just, you kind of fall in love with the song, and you're just singing, echo voices of my love that's gone by. The verse, seems our love died, I never realized. Chorus, echo sounds of love, I really do miss you. You know, and the third part, time for thinking, I've got more than I need, and you're my lady, I need you close to me. 3 entities makes a song.
You know, no one's ever done that. I've had many singers on my show and many things, but they've never really explained it like that. And when you explain it like that, you kind of put the whole song together, and it kind of means something. And that's because a song always means something. But what amazes me in writing and creating a song is the different music.
It's like this. I look at you and I could go right now on the spot. Ninon's lovely, she likes the world to sing. She's got a smile that makes your heart start stirring. Ninon all inside, she makes the world smile bright. There you go.
Oh my goodness. I love
the Ninon song.
Oh, that's a Ninon song.
Yeah.
Are you going to put
Ninon smiles so bright, she makes the world spin right. There you go.
We're getting this song together. Oh, no one's ever done that for me. Oh, I'm going to cry. No, I promise I won't cry. I'll be good. That is amazing. Are you going to complete that song, and then I'll have my own song?
Yeah, we'll make it your theme song.
Yeah, my theme song. All right. Well, my producer's going to love you.
You know, like Bob Hope had that ending song, and Frank had the ending, and he can go, like when he says, good night, everyone, he can go, Ninon loves the world. She wants it all to sing.
I love it.
Good night, everybody.
Because, yeah, you can do the whole thing. Oh, my goodness gracious me. You know something, in life, you never know what is behind a face. And I actually met you, Joe, yesterday for the first time, actually in church. So this is like a blessing thing going on. This is like, yes, Jesus is up there floating around saying, okay, I got you two together. Now we're going to do this and this and this. And you know, when you can turn around and say, these things really do happen, it gives the world a little opportunity that if you do go to church and you kind of, I mean, I did arrange to meet you there through Terry Arnold, and it all kind of worked out. And then we ended up going to a party afterwards, which was fabulous. It was this home and everything, absolutely gorgeous, all in this. But then we started talking, and it's funny because you don't realize what's going to come out of something. And you get this all the time, though. I don't get this all the time. Well, not in this way, not in a song way, but you get this all the time, and you pick up on it all the time. But you know when and how to pick up on it. How?
Well, first of all, backing up, 2 great parents. My mom was like, I Love Lucy, and my dad was kind of like John Wayne, you know. So I had this thing where when I meet people, I think they tend to like me because of the way that I was raised. And I like to laugh, sing, high energy, be positive, and that rubs off because then you introduce what you do with the music. I think if your character, whatever you do out there, real estate, TV show, hosting, music, if the character's not real solid, it's hard to deliver it to the public what you're doing. You do TV shows, I do this, and you have a great personality, and that's the same thing.
Yeah, because it's like practice makes perfect, but at the same time, you still have to have it in you. You've got to have it somewhere.
Oh yeah, you have to have the talent, but to deliver it, if people like you as a person, then they also like this talent that you're introducing. That's what I mean.
Yes, because I'm going to get somebody that's sort of a little bit sort of got the same type of energy, because that's what I love. And if they don't have the energy, then I try to bring it out of them, because my show is all about getting people out there, getting people to understand, especially the music industry, because it's very tough in Vegas, because I'm in Vegas, by the way, everybody. Here I am in good old Vegas. And there's a lot of competition here and a lot of stuff going on. So you've got to be out there. And I'm not the biggest show, but I'm not the smallest show either. I've been doing this show well, I've been doing this show actually. It didn't start as a show. Ninon Speaks started as an interview thing, kind of personal thing. It was a private show. And then in the last year and a half, we brought it out, Ninon Speaks, as an internet TV show because of COVID. So here we are, and then I meet people like you that I can give publicity to and let people know who you are and what you are and why you are. Because if you're not out there, people don't know.
Right. Well, I think, I played in Sri Lanka, which is past Hong Kong, with Trini Lopez, 42 hours on an airplane. We sold it out, 20,000. It's on YouTube. You just put Trini and Joe live.
Okay.
So I didn't ever focus like possibly residents in LA, Palm Springs, and Vegas. Bless their hearts, maybe those artists and singers live there, so they just stay there and they sing. I had the chance to travel to Hong Kong, Sri Lanka, blast it there, all of LA, all of Palm Springs, and Vegas. So I kind of like set good landmines to blow up happiness for people with the music instead of just staying in one area.
Well,
And
I think you're right. I think you've got to kind of travel around. I think you've got to do, I've traveled all over the world, well, not all over the world, but I've traveled a lot of places. A lot of people know me. And I think that gives you the sort of the personality, and that's your personality. And you know that if you're like Trini Lopez, how did you meet Trini Lopez?
He won a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2015 in Palm Springs. It's actually La Quinta. That's where Frank Sinatra, all those guys lived. And I went to see it. I wasn't thinking I'd ever meet him. And he came walking towards me with his entourage of people. And somebody said to him, "Oh, Joe writes music." And I was going, "Oh, God." And I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And he goes, "Oh," and he always talks like this. He says, "You write music? How many songs?" I said, "I don't know, 800 songs." And he went, I said, "No, I have." He goes, "What do you play?" I said, "Piano, guitar, drums." Right on the spot, he points at a piano inside the Indian Wells Resort, like 5 feet away. He goes,
"What do you mean? I've been there. I know exactly where you are." Yep.
He goes, "Well, let me hear you one. Play one, no mic, no warm up." So I went over there and went, "Heaven's eyes, but I see it in you." And he goes, "Play one more." So I played a second song. He gave me his phone number, and this is his quote: "Hey, you want to make history?" I go, "Yeah." He says, "When I worked with Sinatra, he had Reprise Records, and there's Dean Martin, Sammy Davis." He says, "We really didn't write any songs. We did cover tunes." So me and Trini made a deal. We wrote 50 songs, 3 albums in 9 months. We got interviewed on NBC, and they called us the Songwriting Dream Team. That's what happened. It went like fast. Yeah. But I went to his house and we'd record songs. He had all the instruments. So when he first invited me, he said, "Play the drums, play the piano, play the guitar." And I did it. He took me to dinner and he said, "Let's write our own stuff." And we did 50 songs in 9 months, all originals.
Now, how was he to write a song with you? Because you're very well known within yourself of writing songs. You know how to write a song. You've written 800 of them. You know exactly what's going on. What was he like?
What was Trini like?
Did he keep up with you?
Yeah, he was a great high energy guy that he loved to sing. He loved the people, but he didn't really write any original songs. He just loved to entertain. So he told me, he goes, "I retired in 1981. I said, "Really?" He says, "People go, 'Oh, La Bamba, If I Had a Hammer, Lemon Tree.' So he says, 'Why don't you and I write stuff?' And we just did 18 songs of the first album. The press said, Trini Lopez, legend, for the first time in his career writes original songs with Joe Chavira. And he was just excited. He came alive, and he was a happy guy. He was extremely high energy.
What was that song? Because then we have to close out. What was the song that you played, the first song you played with him that you both wrote?
The first one was, it was called Today. It goes, and if I said what's on my mind, you can see who I am, but I'm looking back on my life today.
Oh my God.
All the memories we must breathe. All the lessons, the cheers and laughs. Looking back on my life today.
Well,
Pretty relish.
Beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. On that, we're going to have to close our show, Joe. I don't like to. How can anybody get in touch with you? Emails or Facebooks, or what have you got?
I have a few ways. One is my email. It's joechaviramusic@gmail.com. And my last name is CHAV like Victor, IRA. That's a way. And also, too, I have several numbers. So I give this number out: 805-363-8733. 805-363-8733.
Amazing. I don't like to let you go, Joe. I really don't, but I have to because time is of the essence, unfortunately. But you've been an amazing guest, and I want to thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming across my screen. You are an amazing.
It was nice meeting you yesterday.
Lovely.
I'm glad I got to play the piano for you. And
I know
the blast.
everything. I got everything. But I'm going to see him again, because don't forget, Joe Chavira is going to be on my other show, Vegas Live with Ninon, and that is going to be on, I believe, the March the 2nd. That will definitely be going live, and we'll be back together again. So we're going to miss each other for a few days, a couple of weeks. I think you're going back to wherever you're going back to. Where are you going back to? Texas?
Santa Barbara.
Oh, I love Santa Barbara, by the way. Oh, I know people in Santa Barbara, actually. Anyway, I want to thank my audience out there for watching and for tuning in with us. Don't forget to go to Facebook and look up for Ninon Speaks and subscribe and join and do all those wonderful things. I want to also thank Social Media Shows and also Maria Pureza. She is my producer, and we shall be back next week for another show of Ninon Speaks. Joe, we got a new song coming on. Take care.
Here's the goodbye, Nina.